Hi,
Hi, Bayu. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I love your profile picture.
Thank you.
Everybody, we are not going to hold comments. You guys can continue to chat. Any of my mods can answer any spiritual questions. Just talk amongst each other, but please just be respectful. But I'm going to be just focusing with Bayu. Bayu, what is your actual name?
Lori.
Lori. Okay, perfect. Now, Lori, you said father. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tune in. I don't know if father will pop through. There could be father or some. Okay. The energy that is stepping forward, it is a father energy. Now, it could be father, grandfather, or uncle. Okay. Um, how do you connect to the number 11? The 11th of a month could be somebody's birthday, anniversary, crossing over. Somebody could have been 11 when somebody passed. Somebody's turning 11 now. Somebody's gone 11 years, or the month of November, because November is the 11th month.
Um, the only thing I can think of for November is when we found out my dad had cancer.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes they do talk about that because that's when he was diagnosed. Okay. All right. So there's also a number 3. So 3 could be the third of a month or March.
March is my birthday and my mother's.
Okay. So he's acknowledging that. So I do believe that we do have dad. He's saying Chuck. Who's Chuck?
Chuck was a good school friend that passed away about a year and a half ago.
Your school friend?
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like, your school friend Chuck is popping in with dad to say hello. Okay. They do that. A lot of people will pop in and say, hi, just saying a quick hello. How does Chuck connect with the car? Is there a car accident?
He was in a motorcycle accident.
Motorcycle. Okay. All right. Just another validation. Okay. So Chuck is there with dad. There's your dad has also given me the number 2. So the second of a month, somebody's birthday, anniversary, or there's something about February.
My mom passed away February of 2021, and my sister's birthday is in February.
Okay. So mom is there with dad, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Dad went first though, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because it's like I was here first. It's like I was here first. Okay. Um, do you know that Wizard of Oz dog, that little Toto?
Yes.
They're showing me some kind of dog that looks like that. To me, that there might even be like a Yorkie, or who lost a dog that would have been kind of looking like that dog, or did
Um,
somebody just get a new dog?
my older sister.
Did she lose a dog?
That type of dog, yes. It was hit by a
Okay.
car.
Okay, so mom and dad, actually, I think mom's there with your dad. So they have that little dog with them almost immediately. Okay, is who's Chris?
Um,
Chris, Christina, Christian.
I work with several people named Chris. Um,
Okay, now sometimes they pop in with that kind of validation just so that you know that they know you work with. So there's more than one Chris that you work with, correct?
yes.
Okay. All right. So they'd like to pop in with those kind of current. Um, okay, thank you. There's something about what's it? Boy, it must be a Wizard of Oz thing. The Wizard of Oz. Remember Dorothy and the rainbow,
Yes.
over the rainbow. So I don't know if it's over the rainbow song or um. Now, when they show me a rainbow, there's 4 reasons that they would show me the rainbow. So either you got a rainbow and you thought of one of them, somebody passed when it had been raining, somebody had a celebration of life and it had been raining, or somebody's LBGTQ.
My niece.
Okay, there you go. He's just acknowledging the niece. Okay.
Yeah, she loved The Wizard of Oz too.
Okay, well, you know what? Extra validation for your niece coming from, your dad and actually your mom. And who is the teacher in the family?
Oh,
Or somebody's going to school.
my daughter just graduated college last Friday.
Oh, okay. So I see schools, and so my first thought is teacher. Okay. So, but if she just graduated, that's another validation. They do watch what goes on Earth. Okay. So they were a part of that graduation. Now, I don't know if that's why they're showing me a bunch of balloons. Right now, they're showing me a bunch of balloons that people are letting go of. That's either a celebration, which would be the college, or um, somebody released balloons during someone's anniversary or celebration of life.
There's been a lot to celebrate recently. She graduated from college, commissioned into the Air Force the next day, and just got engaged yesterday.
Wow. Okay, there you go. It's a million balloons. Okay, so I'm like, okay, if they're holding balloons, that's a birthday. But if they are releasing them, it's some kind of a celebration. Okay, perfect. So once again, interesting. They like this one. Was there something like a prior relationship that didn't go so well?
Yes.
Okay. They're like, we like this one. I mean, the thing is, when we get to the other side, that's not really our personalities. Okay. We just go back to the light. But what they're talking about, it's another validation that if they were on Earth, they would like this one compared to a past relationship. Okay.
Okay.
They just, there's love. There's only love on the other side. This is just like a human validation that they want to give. Because your dad would have been very particular about people.
Yes.
Okay, that's what he's saying. Hey, that's how I would have been there if I'd been there on Earth. Is there a um, Cora? There's a Carol. There's a CA name, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay, think of mom, connected to mom, and I'm hearing the word cousin. So this could be like a first or a second cousin. Carol, Carrie, Cora.
She did have a first cousin named Carol.
Okay. So your mom's acknowledging the Carol. Okay. Um, did somebody just give birth?
Not that I'm aware of. Not immediate family.
Is there somebody that's newly pregnant?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Hey, I don't
Unless they don't know yet.
I mean, just remember I said that because I don't really talk about babies
Hmm.
and health and stuff unless there's a reason. They're saying the birth. So there could be somebody in the family you may end up getting this announcement like, hey, I'm assuming there's somebody in the family that's married. It doesn't matter if they're married, but are of childbearing age, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Just remember that I said that. I'm being shown a truck stop.
Okay.
So that would tell me possibly somebody, drove a truck for a living, was always in truck stops. Somebody might have taken a recent vacation or a trip and stopped at truck stops.
Um, my mother worked at a casino part-time in a truck stop.
Okay, so that's validation coming from mom. Perfect. Okay. Um, there is your mom is showing me up in this area. So was there some respiratory issues with mom?
Heart attack.
Okay. Up in here. Okay. She's talking about her health wasn't really good prior to that. Do you understand that?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Um, well, I like to listen to those wind chimes just going crazy all of a sudden. Okay. There is somebody that's a junior of the family now. Doesn't mean they have a full name. As a junior, they could have a middle name named after somebody. Or your dad could be a junior. You know what I'm saying?
The the only thing I could think of, my dad's middle name and the new fiance's name is the same. That we don't have any juniors
Okay.
in the group.
That, that's cool. And I think that's a cool synchronicity, but I wouldn't want to take that right now because it's actually somebody in the family that would be named after somebody. Now, like I said, this could be your dad. He could have had a middle name from a grandpa or whatever. So remember that I said that. I mean, let me just ask. So you said your fiance, his name is the same as your dad's middle name?
My dad's middle name was Joseph, and my daughter's fiance's first name is Joseph. Now he is a junior. I didn't think
There
about
you
that
go.
part.
Okay.
He
Okay.
is.
All right. I understand that. So your dad got you to talk about that a little bit. So yes, there's the junior connection. Okay. Perfect. Who lives out in, I'm being, and this could be a metaphoric thing, but I'm being shown like a four-way stop, but kind of out away from the city. Who lives like out in the country, or because it's a four-way stop. I call it crossroads. Is there anybody that lives outside of the city, like maybe out in the country or something?
I do.
Hmm.
My oldest sister kind of does.
Okay. They're just showing me, like a four-way stop, and there's like dirt. Like I don't even see anything other than dirt
Hmm.
surrounding. And so I'm not sure. Did somebody possibly recently have a little fender bender?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, let me just see if I can get a little bit more information. Now, also think about your dad or your mom, them growing up,
Okay.
kind of living rural. And it's like, it's a four-way stop, and it's like dirt all around. So that's what when they do this, that means go back before me, go back before me. So this could be something that okay, there's like a picture somewhere of something like that. So just write that down.
Okay.
Like, in fact, I'm seeing an old car, like a Studebaker. So there could be like a picture of that, and then there's something off in the distance. So for some reason, they're just trying to give me that as a validation. There's a picture somewhere. You could even have it hung up, or thank you. They're saying it's in a box. But just remember I said that because there may come a time when you come across that, but you'll be able to validate it. That's what your dad says. Okay. There's something special about Christmas, not just Christmas. Somebody was born around Christmas, passed around Christmas.
My daughter and both of my nieces were all born in December.
Okay. Just acknowledging those birthdays. I'm hearing Catholic. Are you Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. It's both of them. Both of them were very deep into Catholicism. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Like that was a structure that was very important to them. Okay. Who's Eddie?
My uncle?
Okay. And Eddie's still here?
No.
Okay. So Eddie's popping up from the other side, just giving a quick hello. Is there who's the J name? And it might be connected to this Eddie. There's a J name.
My oldest sister's name starts with a J, and my
Okay.
uncle, that was married to Uncle Eddie's other sister, his name is Jerry.
Okay. It's just Eddie's popping in and just giving me a little bit more validation of the J connected to him. Okay. Who in the family had something whole body like diabetes, sepsis, something in the lymphatic system?
My mother had diabetes.
Okay.
My grandmother, my dad's mom, um, she ended up with, I want to say, cancer in her blood. So that could have
Okay,
been all
all
over.
right. That would, yes, I would understand that with the cancer in the blood. So, and this is your mom's mom?
My dad's mom.
Your dad's mom. Okay, so you just got a few, your mom and dad are here. So there's other people that are just popping in to say hello. Um, who's Greg? Greg or Craig?
Hmm. We have several family friends named both.
This would be, and these family friends would be connected to both your parents. So they would know
Yes.
these people. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is one of them a neighbor?
We grew up in a small town, so there was a Greg on the next street and a Craig a couple
Okay, there we
streets
go.
down.
He's
Yeah.
like just like a real close neighbor. Just
Okay.
another validation. Okay. They just love popping in with those. Now, whose favorite color is blue?
Mine.
Okay. Blue everything, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Um, people were asking if your dad was already there and then your mom. Okay, let me just see what. It's like, all right, thank you. It's like your mom saw your dad before she passed.
It's very possible. My dad passed away in 94.
But I mean, when she was on her way crossing over, I don't know who had heard that, but she's like, Dad's here, or because you said heart attack, but I know that her health wasn't really good prior to that.
Yeah, she had a heart attack and passed away 3 days later.
Okay. Was she unresponsive? I'm just going to ask.
No, she was there until the very end when she started having trouble breathing.
So there was somebody that she's talking about. I don't know. Somebody might have been in the room with her, but she's like, saw your dad.
It would have just been a nurse or a doctor because we weren't allowed in the hospital at that time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Well, I don't know if you knew any of the nurses, but there's something, and they would give me something that could be validated. So for some reason, I don't know if there might have been after mom passed, a nurse or somebody might have said something. So just remember I said that, okay? There could have been some other family member that a nurse or a doctor said something to. Is there somebody named Penny? Was there a pet named Penny?
No.
Penny. I don't think necessarily that it's a penny on the ground. It could be something that just happened. No, I'm not getting that. Penny. Once again, mom or dad and a cousin. But if it's not Penny, it's a P name. Cousin connected to mom or dad. This could be their first or second cousin. So it's a PE name. Could be Penelope. Oh no. Nobody was named Princess, were they?
No.
Okay, that's all right. Write that down and remember that I said that. If it's not Penny, it's a PE name. Cousin connected to mom or dad. Oh, that their age group. I hope that this helped you. I hope it brought some comfort.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, if I have your permission, and I'm able to, there's sometimes some tech issues or I can't save this session, but if I can, do I have your permission to put it on the tube?
Yes.
And then I will let you know. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. I want to thank, your parents and the couple other people that popped in to say hello. I want to thank your guides and angels. I want to thank my guides and angels. Thank you for popping in and trusting me. Let's all give her some big hugs. I'm going to hop you out, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.